And we'll be right back with our visit with Christy Wood right after this.
Nutrition is my passion. My formulas come from over 50 years of experience. Every product contains my unique blend of micronutrients. My focus is health from the inside out.
They are our family, and we only want the best for them. No standing water means clean, good tasting, algae-free, mosquito-free, and virus-free water. No risk of electric shock, no risk of fire from faulty wiring. Cool water in the summer, warm water in the winter. Water delivered fresh from the water supply at 50 degrees year-round. Drinking Post water.
Hey, welcome. Speaking of horses, we are in Boise, Idaho. We're at the Idaho Horse Expo. And having a good time this early April, other than it's a little rainy and snowy outside.
A little bit.
It's not quite that spring weather we want, but my guest today is Christy Wood. Now, Christy lives in California, Three Rivers, you said.
Yes, sir.
And it's very close to
Sequoia National Park.
But there's a really interesting book, and I'm going to hold this book up. And this is the book that Christy has written. And it's called Hoofprints Across Time, a trail ride to remember, as she reenacted over a period of years the entire Trail of Tears.
Yes, sir.
So tell us about, why did you get into doing this?
Well, number one, I love riding horses, and specifically I love the Appaloosa horse. And so I've been involved with the Appaloosa horse for many years. I'm also a carded judge with the Appaloosa Horse Association. I've judged their world show 4 times. So I'm an avid show person, but I'm also an avid trail rider. And the Chief Joseph Trail Ride, this is what the book is about, has been going on since 1965. It is sponsored by the Appaloosa Horse Club, and they follow the Trail of Tears that the Nez Perce tribe took to elude the cavalry in 1877. So in 1877, the U.S. cavalry came out to the west and said, we're going to take away all the land that you've lived on for hundreds of years, and we want to put you on a little small portion of land because the west is going to get settled by the white man. They gave Chief Joseph an ultimatum, and they said, you need to live on this reservation. He had 30 days to gather up his people and his horses, and he decided he'd rather live in freedom than live under white man's rule, and he eluded the cavalry for 1,300 miles on the trail that they normally took to do the buffalo hunts in Yellowstone. And that's what this trail is. It's commemorating Chief Joseph, the Nez Perce tribe that developed the Appaloosa breed, and their flight to freedom. They were trying to find their way to Canada to find freedom.
That's what I was going to say. They got very, very close to Canada.
40 miles below the Cape.
When Chief Joseph, who they never did capture them, he literally surrendered because the people were so tired. And the famous words of Chief Joseph were, I shall fight no more forever.
And he needed to do that in order to have the Nez Perce tribe survive.
Right.
What we do in 13 years, and what we do is we ride 100 miles every year, a different segment. This is a progressive ride, so we use camp every night. But we do 100 miles every year, so it takes 13 years to complete the ride. They did this in 3.5 months.
Yeah.
So by October, you're right, it was snowing, they were cold, they were out of blankets, they had less food. And the cavalry was still, even though their orders were to capture them and bring them back, they were still trying to annihilate them. And so he surrendered to save his
and I looked at this book that you handed me yesterday to go through. And you chronologize every year. You have a story on that year's ride and how you followed the trail.
Yes.
And it is an incredible story in history. And we're going to tax your history here with the general for the cavalry that was in pursuit of the Nez Perce, Chief Joseph, was Howard.
Yes, O. Howard. Those were his initials.
General O. Howard. He felt so bad years later, having done what he did because he was ordered to do it.
He was sympathetic.
He started a university back east to help those who needed a place to go to school, and that's Howard University today.
Wonderful. Thank you for that little history.
I didn't know if you knew that or not.
No, I didn't know that.
Because there were 2 schools that took Native Americans at that time, Carlisle in Pennsylvania, which is where Jim Thorpe went, and then Howard University, which took former slaves, is still known as a predominantly black college. But Howard University was started by General Howard, who was in pursuit of the Nez Perce, and was doing it under orders and became more and more guilty of what he was doing.
Yes.
Now, I'm not trying to infringe on your book.
No, that's good. That's really very, very good. He was sympathetic, and it was a tragedy. And Chief Joseph was very peaceful, very peaceful. The wonderful stories in this book is that we follow the trail as closely as we can, the National Historic Nez Perce Trail. But sometimes we have to camp on private land. And we've been camping on land where the great-great-grandfather of the people that still own the land had met Chief Joseph when he passed. And they were a peaceful tribe. They never harmed them at all.
Right.
So it's wonderful, 4 generations later, that we still, every 13 years, get to camp on their land. It's wonderful.
It's amazing. And the history is amazing. The history of the Appaloosa horse. Because the Nez Perce were the only Native Americans to selectively breed their horses.
You're right. So they really, when we say they developed the breed, they truly did.
Truly
because
did.
they culled they gelded inferior stallions, and they culled, which means they sold off inferior mares. And Chief Joseph had a vision of a horse that he wanted. He wanted a sturdy mountain horse with good hooves, good conformation, and a good disposition. These horses lived in the teepees with him.
Yeah. And to go a step further with that, they developed along the Palouse River, which is how they got the name Appaloosa.
That's right.
And today, the head of the Appaloosa Horse Club is still in Moscow, Idaho, right up the road here.
And we have, and you get a good plug in, we have a wonderful museum there. Everybody needs to go visit the Appaloosa Museum in Moscow, Idaho.
As a matter of fact, one of the things that I've been thinking about doing with my TV show is going to the different headquarters of the different breeds and filming there, interviewing there. Most of them have some historical items. I know the Palominos have a museum. I'm going to try to get out to that one in Tulsa. That would be beautiful to do it in Moscow.
Yes, please go.
I think that, that would be something that would be, they have quite a museum in Shelburne, Vermont, for the Morgans.
Oh, nice.
So, and the Morgan horse, the only breed that was selectively bred by the U.S. government.
Yes.
And they were the cavalry remounts chasing the Nez Perce.
Well,
Anyway.
the Appaloosa still were able to elude the cavalry.
We'll be back with more with Christy right after this.
Horses. Piranha! Oh no! Oh, the humanity! Oh, piranha.
We at Speaking of Horses are happy to have Revitavet as one of our sponsors. Healthy maintenance and rehabilitation of your equine athletes. You can enhance peak performance. You can prevent ailments before they occur. Check them out. You'll love it. Revitavet Systems. Well,
Some amazing stories in the book.
this book, you need to get this, Hoof Prints Across Time, and you need to get this book. Christy is devoted.
The best place to buy it is off of my website.
Okay,
I can
which
plug
is
that,
what?
which is wdnhorse.com. You can purchase all of my books there. This is actually my 3rd book, and I have a scarf that also collaborates with the book, and it shows the different years that we ride and which segments we ride. And you can purchase this off of my website.
That's fantastic.
It's also available at Barnes & Nobles and other popular places to buy. But as we know, the authors want to...
Well, here's the beautiful part of it. You can buy books like this off the website and get a lot of true stories that are not edited out by big publishing companies.
That's right.
They they don't correct them to fit their genre, so to speak.
And if you buy it, of course, on my website, I'll personally sign it for you.
There you go, autographed and
Autograph,
everything.
you bet, you bet.
Christy, thank you very much.
Thank you, Wayne, for letting me sit in
And
this morning.
we're glad to join up with you here at the Idaho Horse Expo in Boise. And Hoofprints Across Time, website again.
WDNHorse.com.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Wayne.
Stay with us. We got more coming right here in Boise on Speaking of Horses. We would like to introduce you to Orange Slow Feeders. Wonderful feeders made in the USA, very heavy construction, 5 to 7 year life on these feeders, from small bales, trailer hanging bags, to large round bales, and many of your feeding solutions. Brian from Orange Slow Feeder says, check us out, orangeslowfeeder.com.